What does it take to succeed at the highest levels of politics and media? Dana Perino has the answer. For years, she's been a shining example of ambition, grace, and unwavering determination. Her confident presence, sharp intellect, and polished demeanor have made her a symbol of strength and success in a world that demands nothing less than the best. As the 26th White House press secretary under President George W. Bush, from 2007 to 2009, Dana made history as only the second woman to hold this prestigious role, following in the footsteps of Dee Dee Myers, who served during the Clinton administration. Today, as a respected political commentator on Fox News and a dynamic co-host of The Five, Dana continues to shape political discourse with her insightful analysis and poised delivery, proving that her influence is only growing stronger. Yet behind the polished professionalism and warm smile that audiences have come to know and admire, there exists a far more personal and somber story. For years, Dana has quietly carried the heavy weight of a deeply emotional battle, the gradual decline of her husband's health. Though she kept this struggle largely private, Dana eventually chose to share the heartbreaking truth with her audience. In this video, we'll walk you through that powerful journey. But before we delve into this incredibly personal chapter of her life, let's take a step back and explore Dana's path, including the serendipitous way she met Peter, the man who has stood by her side through it all. Dana's remarkable journey began on May 9, 1972, in the tranquil town of Evanston, Wyoming. Though her family moved to Denver, Colorado, when she was only 2 years old, the spirit of Wyoming remained deeply embedded in her heart. Summers spent at her grandfather's ranch instilled in her the values of hard work, resilience, and the belief that no challenge was too insurmountable. Her grandfather's boundless optimism became a key part of her character, shaping the inner strength she would rely on in her personal and professional life. Her father, Leo Perino, also played a pivotal role in nurturing Dana's sharp intellect. Evenings in their household were often spent sitting together, reading newspapers, and discussing the day's biggest stories. But these weren't just casual conversations. Her father pushed her to think critically, encouraging her to examine every side of an issue before forming an opinion. This invaluable habit of thoughtful analysis would follow Dana throughout her career, shaping the way she approached every challenge and opportunity. Dana carried these lessons with her to Colorado State University, where she studied mass communication, political science, and Spanish, setting the foundation for the career that would soon make her a household name. Dana wasn't the type to stay confined to the classroom. She leaped into the fast-paced world of broadcasting with both feet, taking on a job at KTSC-TV, a Rocky Mountain PBS station, while also tackling a grueling overnight shift at KCYF-FM radio. She learned quickly that this was no ordinary journey. Managing schoolwork alongside 2 a.m. wake-up calls was no easy feat, but it built resilience, revealing just how far she could push herself and what she was truly capable of. But Dana's ambition wasn't satisfied with just surviving the grind. It propelled her further. She earned her master's degree at the University of Illinois Springfield, all while reporting for WCIA, right in the heart of Illinois' state capital. In the high-energy, fast-paced world of politics and media, Dana found herself immersed in pressure-packed environments that demanded she stay calm under fire, a skill that would soon become one of her defining traits in the political arena. From her humble beginnings in a small town to the complex corridors of Washington, D.C., Dana's journey was fueled by resilience, an insatiable curiosity, and an unyielding drive to understand the world around her. Each experience, every challenge, sharpened the skills and confidence that would later pave the way for her to become a powerful voice in political media, respected and admired by millions. After earning her master's degree and cutting her teeth as a reporter, Dana made a bold move, venturing into the world of politics. But for her, it wasn't just a career shift. It was a chance to be part of something bigger, to make a real difference and create an impact on a national scale. Her first role in politics came as a staff assistant to Congressman Scott McInnis from Colorado. It wasn't glamorous, but it gave Dana an invaluable, up-close look at the inner workings of Capitol Hill. From managing schedules to handling the most minute details, she quickly learned that in politics, nothing is too small to matter. Dana approached every task with precision and a fierce determination to excel. Her hard work and relentless commitment didn't go unnoticed. She was soon promoted to press secretary for Congressman Dan Schaefer, who was grappling with the complexities of energy policy. Dana was suddenly thrust into the heart of the action, dealing with complex issues that ignited fierce debate. The pressure was immense. Every statement she made had to be measured, every word considered. But Dana didn't shrink from the pressure. She leaned in, determined to rise to the occasion. These early roles were far from easy, but they were the crucible in which Dana's communication skills were forged. She learned to speak with clarity, to stay poised under pressure, and to think quickly on her feet. Each challenge she faced became a valuable lesson, and every success was another step forward. Little did she know, these foundational experiences would lay the groundwork for the high-profile, trailblazing career that would unfold. When Congressman Dan Schaefer announced his retirement in 1998, Dana found herself at a crossroads, a pivotal moment in her career. By then, she had already established herself in the high-stakes world of Washington politics, making a name for herself with her sharp intellect and strong work ethic. But rather than jumping headfirst into another high-profile role, Dana chose to take a step back. She packed up her life, boarded a plane, and moved to the United Kingdom with her husband, Peter McMahon, to take a much-needed break. This wasn't just a vacation. It was a chance to pause, breathe, and gain a fresh perspective on life. Living abroad gave Dana the space to reflect, recharge, and explore new ideas, all while giving her mind the freedom to wander beyond the constraints of politics. Yet, even during this period of rest, her passion for politics never truly left her. After 3 years of soaking in new experiences and reflecting on her journey, Dana felt the pull to return to Washington. She was ready to re-enter the game, armed with new energy and a renewed sense of purpose. In 2001, Dana made her comeback, stepping into the role of spokesperson for the U.S. Department of Justice. This was a job where every word mattered. She found herself in a high-pressure environment, constantly under the microscope, where the stakes were as high as they could get. Yet, Dana's calm and steady demeanor allowed her to rise to the occasion. She learned how to communicate complex legal issues with clarity, a skill that would serve her well in future roles. By 2003, Dana was ready to move up the ladder again, taking on the position of Deputy Communications Director for the White House Council on Environmental Quality. This new role proved to be a game-changer. Environmental issues were always fraught with controversy, requiring Dana to find ways to communicate delicate and often divisive topics in a way that made sense to the public. It wasn't easy, but Dana's ability to craft clear, compelling messages while navigating the political landscape helped her become a standout figure. Her hard work and strategic thinking earned her a reputation within the White House as a skilled communicator who could tackle the toughest challenges with grace and precision. As her career continued to soar, Dana faced a new challenge in 2007 that would test her in ways she had never experienced. When White House Press Secretary Tony Snow stepped down, Dana was asked to step into the role. It was a massive leap, and the pressure was unlike anything she had ever faced before. Dana found herself second-guessing her abilities, wondering if she could really handle the weight of such a high-profile position. She came very close to turning it down, but with the support and encouragement of White House Communications Director Ed Gillespie, Dana found the courage to take on the challenge. Even with the encouragement, self-doubt crept in. In a world dominated by Ivy League graduates and seasoned political veterans, Dana sometimes felt the weight of needing to prove herself more than anyone else. But rather than letting that insecurity hold her back, Dana used it as fuel to push herself even harder. She made it her mission to be the most prepared person in the room. She immersed herself in research, studied past briefings, and honed her skills until they were razor-sharp. Dana was determined to face every challenge head-on, fully armed with knowledge and preparation. Taking on the role of White House Press Secretary for President George W. Bush was nothing short of grueling. The job demanded constant attention, with briefings coming at all hours and decisions needing to be made on the fly. The pressure was relentless, and every word she spoke had to be carefully measured. Being in the spotlight every day Knowing that the world was watching her every move was a daunting experience. The stress from this role was so intense that after leaving in 2009, Dana was left with 2 years of persistent tinnitus, a constant reminder of the toll the job had taken on her. Yet, even in the face of such a challenge, Dana stood strong. She proved that with resilience, preparation, and an unwavering focus, even the toughest challenges could be conquered. One of the most unforgettable moments of Dana's time as White House press secretary happened in 2008 during a high-stakes trip to Iraq. President Bush was in the middle of a critical press conference when, out of nowhere, a journalist hurled a shoe at him. The entire scene erupted into chaos. Secret Service agents surged forward to protect the president, but in the frenzy, one of them accidentally shoved a microphone directly into Dana's eye. The blow left her with a painful and serious bruise. But Dana, true to form, didn't flinch. Despite the intense pain and the madness unfolding around her, she didn't miss a beat. She pushed through the discomfort and kept her focus sharp, determined to see the job through with no complaints and no drama. That moment encapsulated everything Dana was about: unwavering resilience, an unbreakable commitment to her role, and the ability to rise above even the most unpredictable situations. After leaving the White House, Dana found herself at a major crossroads. She'd spent years in the heart of Washington politics, and now, with the chapter of her career in government behind her, she had to decide what was next. With a little encouragement from Sean Hannity, Dana took the leap into television, starting her next adventure with Fox News. But the transition wasn't without its challenges. The skeptics came out in full force, dismissing her as just another Republican talking head, a government spokesperson turned partisan commentator. But Dana wasn't one to let anyone's doubts define her. With her characteristic calm presence, sharp analysis, and logical approach, she began proving herself, one show at a time. She appeared on The Five and America's Newsroom, slowly but surely showing the world that she was much more than just a political insider. Dana didn't just stick to the script. She made it her own. She earned the trust of viewers, giving thoughtful insights and tackling even the most complex, controversial topics with poise and clarity. It didn't happen overnight, but Dana built a reputation as a fair, balanced, and incredibly sharp commentator. People started to look to her as someone they could trust, even when the news was messy and polarizing. But while Dana was publicly making power moves on television, there was another side to her life that few saw. Behind the poised professional image on TV, Dana was quietly navigating some deeply personal challenges. She was balancing the demands of her rising career with the emotional weight of caring for her partner, Peter McMahon. Dana's love story with Peter wasn't the typical romantic fairy tale you might expect from someone in her position. In fact, it almost seemed like the stuff of movies. Back in August 1997, Dana wasn't actively seeking romance. She was on a flight from Denver to Chicago, thinking only of the task at hand. But fate had a different plan. Sitting next to her on the plane was Peter McMahon, a charming British businessman with a warm smile and a sparkle in his eyes. Little did Dana know, that chance encounter would change the course of her life forever. At that time, Dana was feeling a bit disillusioned with the political scene in Washington, D.C., and meeting Peter seemed like the breath of fresh air she hadn't realized she needed. Peter had noticed Dana as soon as they boarded, her ponytail swinging as she walked ahead of him down the jetway, and hoped they'd be seated together. As fate would have it, they were. They struck up a conversation that seemed to flow effortlessly, and by the time the plane landed, neither of them wanted it to end. Dana, ever the professional, didn't want to appear too eager, but she was equally determined to make sure Peter could get in touch with her. So, in true Dana fashion, she handed him a card with all the possible ways to contact her: phone number, office number, fax number, and email. Peter, picking up on the hint, sent her an email soon after. In it, he poured out all the emotions he had felt since their brief but impactful chat. The next 10 days were filled with anxious anticipation for Dana, as she waited to see if he'd follow up. When she finally opened her inbox and read his message, it was clear. The connection they had shared was undeniable. It was as if they had picked up right where they had left off. from that moment on, their relationship gained speed quickly. They spent hours on the phone, bridging the distance between DC and the UK, racking up international phone bills as their bond grew stronger. The chemistry between them was undeniable. They knew they had something special, so they made plans to meet in New Orleans, where their connection would deepen further in person. What had started as a chance encounter on a plane was now blossoming into a whirlwind romance that neither of them could have ever predicted. Peter couldn't contain his excitement as he arrived at the airport, practically bouncing with anticipation. He was pacing like a teenager waiting for his first date, eager for the moment Dana would finally land. Meanwhile, Dana's heart raced in her chest, knowing she had to hurry off the plane the second it touched down, or else her nerves might get the best of her. Their whirlwind romance was unfolding at lightning speed, and it was clear to both of them that this connection was something extraordinary. Less than a year later, Peter, swept up in the emotion of it all, made an impromptu proposal outside the Washington Cathedral. "This is the only way we can be together," he said, his words filled with urgency. But Dana, ever the thoughtful one, didn't rush her answer. She took her time, reflecting deeply on their love and what it meant for their future. Exactly 1 year after that fateful meeting, Dana handed Peter a letter. It was filled with her reflections, memories of their time together, and her honest feelings. At the end of the letter, she gave him the answer he had been waiting for. Yes. With that, they were married, sealing their commitment in a bond that would last a lifetime. Since their wedding in 1998, Dana and Peter's marriage has been a story of unwavering support and shared laughter. Peter wasn't just Dana's husband. He was her rock, her anchor. In moments of chaos, especially during the intense press briefings or the pressure of working at Fox News, Peter's humor and steady perspective always pulled her back to reality. While Dana handled the public demands of her career, Peter was there in the background, with a calming word or a witty comment, helping her keep everything in perspective. But, like any couple, Dana and Peter's relationship has faced its tests. Recently, Dana revealed that Peter had been battling serious health issues. While she kept the details private, her words made it clear this was no small obstacle. It wasn't just a bump in the road. It was a storm neither of them expected. Suddenly, the roles reversed. Dana wasn't just the high-powered political commentator anymore. She became Peter's caregiver, balancing the demands of a high-profile career with the emotional weight of caring for someone she loved deeply was no easy task. She had to learn how to prioritize, making tough choices about where to focus her time and energy. This chapter in their lives hasn't been easy, but it has deepened their connection in ways they never could have imagined. The challenges they've faced together have forced them to confront their deepest fears and vulnerabilities. But instead of breaking them, it has only strengthened their bond. The same humor and mutual respect that had carried them through tough times before became the foundation they leaned on once again. Peter, despite his health struggles, has remained a beacon of positivity, inspiring Dana with his resilience and determination. Dana, in turn, has drawn from her own life experiences to navigate this difficult time. A recent scare involving a spot on her forehead, caught early through diligent monitoring, served as a reminder of life's fragility. That experience gave her a new perspective, allowing her to empathize more deeply with Peter's battle. It also deepened her commitment to savoring every moment they have together, appreciating the gift of love and life. Through this journey, Dana and Peter have learned that true love isn't just about sharing the good times. It's about standing by each other when life throws its toughest challenges. Together, they've discovered that love is about supporting each other when everything feels uncertain and dark. Their bond has proven time and time again that with love, partnership, and unwavering commitment, there's no storm they can't weather together. Their journey together is a powerful testament to the strength found in love and partnership. Though the road ahead may be unpredictable, one thing is clear. Dana and Peter have shown that when two people stand side by side, there's nothing they can't face. Their love has withstood the toughest tests, and it will continue to carry them through whatever the future holds. Dana's life as a public figure is anything but ordinary. Every day, She balances the demanding pressures of her high-profile career with deeply personal struggles, all while anchoring Fox News with grace and composure. On the outside, she's the picture of calm and control, yet behind the scenes, her world can be anything but. The act of managing it all could easily overwhelm anyone, but Dana has made it a point to share her journey, showing her audience that even those who seem to have it all together experience moments of vulnerability. Her transparency about the challenges she faces makes her all the more relatable, offering a reminder that no one is immune to hardship. Despite her openness, Dana remains fiercely protective of Peter's privacy, maintaining a thoughtful boundary that reminds us all that even in the public eye, certain parts of life should remain sacred. This balance of transparency and discretion has earned her the respect and admiration of her audience, who can see through the polished TV persona to the real woman behind the anchor desk. It's this delicate mix that allows Dana to connect with her viewers on a deeper, more authentic level. At the heart of Dana's success is the unwavering strength of her relationship with Peter. Their marriage, built on trust, support, and mutual respect, has been the foundation upon which Dana has been able to thrive in her career. Peter has always been her biggest cheerleader, supporting her ambitions with a steadfast devotion that allows her to spread her wings without fear. But their bond isn't just about success and achievements. It's about standing by each other when life gets tough. When Peter's health struggles emerged, Dana didn't hesitate to step up. She showed that true partnership means being there for the lows just as much as the highs. Peter's unwavering optimism and humor have always been a grounding force for Dana, helping her navigate the high-pressure world of Washington and the media landscape. When life threw unexpected challenges their way, their relationship didn't falter. It only grew stronger. Together, they've shown that love isn't just about celebrating victories and triumphs. It's about weathering the storm together, adapting to change, and finding strength in each other when life demands it most. In many ways, Dana's story is a lesson in balance, resilience, and authenticity, qualities that are often hard to come by. Yet she manages to make them look effortless. Whether she's managing the weight of political pressure, supporting Peter through his health struggles, or empowering women to find their voice, Dana exemplifies how success can coexist with staying true to your values. Through her books and her message that everything will be okay, Dana continues to share the lessons she's learned along the way, proving that even in the toughest of times, there's always room for hope, strength, and growth.